ladies and gentlemen, it's Saturday night, which can mean only one thing. It's time for another live stream Saturday, and I hope you guys had a fantastic week. It's Phil here from Wings of Pegasus, of course, and it is quite warm here in the UK. And this is something that was warm on Tuesday, same kind of temperatures, but then on Wednesday it all kicked off because it was about 33 degrees Celsius, which was crazy. But tonight it's a little bit cooler, not too bad, because it did rain earlier as well, but we hadn't had rain in quite a while. So anyway, enough about the weather, hence the t-shirt. And while I remember about the t-shirt, this is the custom t-shirt that is made by Carla. This is going to be the announcement for the beginning of the live stream, that you can get your hands on this kind of new t-shirt, and it's bleached, so it means that the logo is part of the t-shirt. It's not going to wash off or anything bad is going to happen to it. It's absolutely fine. It'll be there for life, and you can contact Carla if you want one of these t-shirts, and you can just email Carla, and I think Carla's going to put her email address in the live chat room at some point, so you guys have got that as a reference point in order to get your hands on one of these t-shirts. And she also does the bleached effect that has some scattering type. I'm not sure how to describe it, but I'm sure if you saw it or you've seen it before, you know what I'm talking about. But this is just the plain logo version, which I think is very smart, very clean, and this is the one that I've worn tonight as requested by Carla. I'm doing my best to try and model it tonight for Carla, but if you guys want to get your hands on one of these shirts, then contact Carla through her email address, and she'll be able to put that into the live chat room, as I can see going through. Let me quickly try and get the live chat room up on screen before it goes through, and we might have got there, and just in time, there's Carla's email address going through there, and it's many moons ago in 1965 at hotmail.com. So make sure you write that one down. And I remember when I first had Carla's email address, I was trying to send something and I got the email address wrong lots of times because there's lots of letters, so just make sure that you're typing it correctly and that you get all of the letters in there, unlike myself, who really struggled to get the email address correct. But anyway, let me get the names of my patrons up on screen as well, because they make this all possible in the first place. And here they are, running across the bottom of the screen, as they always do during these live streams. They make everything possible, so a massive thank you to you guys for all of your support and just allowing me to continue on with the live streams, the analysis videos, the under the spotlights, all that kind of cool stuff. So thank you guys for that, and they do pop up obviously in the live chat room, but in the donation windows as well. Just mentioning the donation windows, I know that we have had some donations that came in a little bit earlier, so thank you guys for those. I'll just do a couple of those quickly because Orlando donated $2 before the live stream started. It says spike the likes with lots of thumbs up, so thank you for that, Orlando. Let's have a plug of the mug while we are here, and I've gone for the black and white one tonight, and there we have it, quite literally on the other side. So if you want to get your hands on a mug or a tumbler or any of the t-shirts or hoodies, all that kind of stuff, it's in the tray underneath this video, or click on the link in the description below, because that'll take you through to the store as well. So just getting into the other donation that came in before we started the live stream, and this was from Jeannie, who has donated $5. Thank you for that. And the message is, "Hi Phil, loving this tumbler. It fits under my coffee machine perfectly. Are you recording any Olympics to watch later when you have time?" So thank you for that, Jeannie. And there's a picture of a guitar, some fire, some rock horns, and a heart as well. So thank you for that. And I haven't seen any of the Olympics yet. I haven't recorded any of the Olympics yet. It's been a bit full on at the moment, just getting everything done and keeping up with stuff. So yeah, I haven't had much free time. I've been mostly trying to get high-res image files for the posters that I'm trying to put together. And today I started up my really old laptop computer where I think a lot of the pictures are, but it overheats really quickly. And because it's so hot here in the UK at the moment, it means that I got as far as the login screen and then the computer crashed because it overheats. So I need the weather. I actually need the weather to cool down so that I can access the computer long enough to get the pictures onto an external hard drive, or just a disk. What do you call those? Like a flash drive that you can stick into a USB flash drive, put it on that. So I need it to cool down a bit so that I can just access it. So hopefully that'll be able to happen soon. But while I am mentioning about the poster ideas, thank you guys for all of your responses and the feedback about the posters that I put up last night on Patreon. I put 3 of those up there, and was it last night or was it Thursday? It's probably Thursday night. So thank you guys for the feedback on those. And I did see that there were quite a lot of suggestions for having the last design, which was the 3rd one, with just the wings of Pegasus in text with a black and white picture behind. So that is something that I've managed to do today, and I'll get that up on screen because that's going to look like that. So if you guys want a poster that looks like that, then we can get that sorted, and that's something that I do have. This is the low quality version of it, but I do have it in a high res file as well, so it means that I can send that off to Stephanie at spring.com so she can get those put into posters if we want them to be made up. So the other thing is there's another picture that I'm working on at the moment, trying to get. It's not a high res image, it's got to be manufactured into kind of being blown up, which means obviously the quality suffers, but it's trying to use, I guess, artificial intelligence to blow up the picture to make it bigger, and then the computer's trying to figure out what it would look like when it's bigger. The only problem with that is that we've gone through one pass of it, and this is Richard, so thank you, by the way, Richard, for doing this, and we have managed to blow it up to make it larger, but because the computer's kind of trying to guess what I'm going to look like, I now look Chinese. So it hasn't quite had the desired effect. It's obviously tried to emulate what the pixels are doing, and it's got it a bit wrong. So I don't think the poster of me looking Chinese is going to work particularly well. So we'll have to try and figure out something else, and I'll have to try and maybe find the original image. I know that I'm very small on the original image because there's loads of crowd in the shot as well, and I've had to zoom in a long way to just crop out of the rest of the picture and just to have me in the middle of the picture. So I know that unfortunately I'm very small in that picture, so the resolution is not going to be great, but we will see what we can do. But anyway, just a quick update on the posters. Also, let me get the PayPal donations window up on screen as well, because there's the percentages, 35 to 45% that the super chat takes, or YouTube takes, and PayPal is between 3 and 5%, so you guys know, and I'll put that up there as well, because we did have a couple of donations that have popped in there as well. I saw that somebody joined the mailing list as well, and there's another email that came in, so I'm going to have to skip over those while we have a look at the donations, because the donations come through directly to my email, so it means that all of the other stuff that come through via email could potentially happen during a live stream. So I try and keep it organized so that we just see the PayPal donations and none of the other emails, such as the mailing list member emails or that kind of stuff. And by the way, over at wingsofpegasus.com, if you are part of the mailing list there and you think that I don't send out any emails, you'd be right. I just don't have time, unfortunately, to do any mailing list stuff on the website because I'm spending all my time just updating everything, obviously on YouTube, doing new videos and organising under the spotlight and organising these live streams, but also most of my time is spent on Patreon, keeping you guys up to date as to what is happening. So if you guys want to get involved on Patreon yourselves, head over to patreon.com/Wings of Pegasus. That is the address that you'll need to go to there in order to get your names on these live streams as well. But a huge thank you to you guys over there for your support. And a couple more announcements to make. First of all, it is Leanne's birthday today. So I was going to say tonight. I mean, technically here in the UK, it was yesterday, but if you're in the USA, if you're in other countries, then today is Leanne's birthday. So everyone say a huge happy birthday to Leanne, and we are going to be taking a look at a design for life as the cover for tonight's live stream, because that is one of those that has been popping up recently in the polls when we're voting for covers, and that one has always just lost out. So we're going to be having a look at that one tonight. And just in case you wanted to know as well, that was Haunted, one of my original songs we played at the beginning of the live stream, which was also requested over on Patreon. So thank you guys for requesting that one, and I do believe that that was Leanne's request as well. So everyone say a huge happy birthday to Leanne for today. And once you've said your hellos and happy birthdays to Leanne, then you can say your big happy birthday happy birthday to Leanne, and then a happy hello day to Mario, because Mario is in the house tonight. So I mean, you can type a happy hello day if you want to Mario, but just a hello Mario will suffice as well. So thank you, Mario, for joining us tonight. And if this is your first stream, we always say hello to Mario because he's a fixture of these Saturday night live streams, for being here with us pretty much since the beginning. And he has sent me his two guitars, the Steve Vai Signature Gem, which is in the background there, and also the Maton acoustic guitar, which I do believe is hanging up at the moment on the wall. So it just seems to have been in the cycle of guitars. The guitars are always chopping and changing when I'm demonstrating different things on different videos. Sometimes it's an acoustic guitar and sometimes it's an electric guitar, and they do get swapped around a little bit. But thank you, Orlando, for that donation in the Super Chat window of $2. And the message is, my New York Yankees beat the Boston Red Sox 4-3. So congratulations to the New York Yankees for that win. And I'm not really sure what that means as in 4-3. I know obviously football and soccer, which would be quite an eventful game if it ended 4-3. But in New York Yankees, I believe that is baseball. So I've not got a very good memory for the sports. I'm pretty sure that is New York Yankees with the baseball caps, so I'm taking it from that I do have a New York Yankees baseball cap myself, so I'm just assuming that it's baseball, and I'm pretty sure it is. So maybe that means that they got 4 home runs compared to 3 home runs. I do not know, but hopefully I've got that right. But congratulations, Orlando, as well, for your team winning as well. It's always a good day when your team wins, but then if they don't win, try not to be too depressed. That's always my tip for the top. Just be happy for the other team. But anyway, Orlando, thank you for that. And let me just jump into this PayPal donations window, because we had a donation that came in, and this was from Beth. So thank you for this, Beth. And it was a donation of £17.42. And the message is, evening Phil and all you wonderful wingers and newcomers. Spike the like, subscribe, keep this the rockin' place it is. I'll have to miss tonight, though I might sneak in for the pick roulette. Have fun, and much love to all, with some rock horns, a heart and a smiley face. A very cool smiley face with some shades on. So thank you for that, Beth, and for that donation and the message, considering that you'll be in the catch-up crew. But Beth might be popping in for the pick roulette later on tonight. Everybody stay tuned for that one, because it's going to be somebody's lucky day in order to win the pick roulette. And there's still the t-shirt roulette that's going to be on those wheels. So you can, just reiterating the announcement at the beginning of this live stream, you can get your hands on one of these bleached t-shirts. If you want to email Carla, then you can sort all of that kind of stuff out, and she will be able to get that organised for you. And obviously, you'll have to organise the payment with Carla, but you can do that just by sending an email to her, and she did put the email in the live chat room earlier. So if you didn't see that, you can rewind and check out that email address. But also, if you're watching this on catch up, then you can do the same, just rewind it. But also, if you can hit that thumbs up, it'll be much appreciated. Let's see where we are with our likes at the moment. We are at 147, and the likes goal is 290 for tonight. So the Pick Roulette likes goal is getting up there in terms of the number. We're knocking at 300's door, but 290 is what we're looking for tonight. So it means we're looking for 143. If that is correct, that number popped into my head, so maybe it is not. I do not know, but hopefully that is right. So if we can get a few thumbs up, that'll be much appreciated. If you haven't hit that thumbs up yet, it'll really help us to get to the target tonight. And then you can put your name in the live chat room later on in the live stream, and it means that you'll get your name on the Pick Roulette wheel for next week. So let's keep an eye on that counter and see if we can get a little spike of the likes going on tonight. So let me just jump into the PayPal window again, and that's a request from someone over on the website. So thank you for whoever did that. It was Melody Jones. So thank you for that question and the email coming from the website. So let me scroll up because Steve has donated £5 as well. Thank you for this, Steve. And I'm just going to scroll down, and the message is, what is your opinion on the best way to wear your guitar for the best playing? High, like say Roy Buchanan or Stevie Ray Vaughan, or low and like a John Ramone or Slash, for example. So thank you for that, Steve. And it really does depend on the size of your hands. If you've got big hands, you can have your guitar lower down and you won't have to stretch as much, or because you've got longer fingers, it means that you can go round the bottom of the guitar more easily. If you've got smaller hands and you're just looking to get your playability at the highest level for your guitar, then you've got to wear it a little bit higher up, and that's certainly what I lean towards, having slightly smaller hands. And it's also something that I think when you start to play a little bit more technically, if you've got any tricky bits of playing in your set, in your gig that you're playing, then having it higher up is going to help you with that, because it's going to start to simulate more the height that the guitar is when you're practicing with it on your lap. So I always lean towards having it higher up, but it's just one of those things that genetically, if you have got larger hands, then you can have it strung lower and you don't have to worry too much about it. So in terms of playability, I'd always have mine higher in order to make sure that I'm getting everything as accurate as possible on the fretboard. Obviously, there are other players that don't really mind being a little bit messy with the playing, depending on their style of music. So they might just, have it very low strung. And if you're not playing anything particularly technical, if you're just playing maybe power chords and very simple solos that don't involve a lot of technique or top end technique, then you can get away with just having it a lot lower down, because you're just holding down 2 or 3 strings. Like if you're playing power chords, you just need 2 strings, so you don't really have to stretch too far to get those, and you don't have to worry about chord positions. But if you're playing chords like major 7th shapes, where you're really relying on every single note of that chord ringing out, then it's probably better to make sure that you are getting it to ring out nice and clearly. And this is something that you'll never see somebody playing classical guitar or guitar with an orchestra having it really low. It's always up high, and generally the neck is going to be, the body of the guitar is going to be resting on their left thigh, and the neck of the guitar is in more of a vertical position with classical guitar, because they want to have that practice position in exactly the same place as the performance position. So it's very strict. So you won't find somebody playing the guitar like Slash in a classical setting, because especially with classical music, the technique's got to be absolutely A1, and you can't afford to be missing notes, because you are playing a piece, and a piece is written a very specific way for you to make sure that all those notes are in there. But anyway, thank you for that, Steve. And I'm just going to scroll up because Lisa has donated £5 as well. Thank you for that, Lisa. And the message is, if you are watching the Olympics, besides soccer, what other events are you interested in? So, thank you for that, Lisa. And when I'm watching the Olympics, pretty much I'm into most of the track and field. If there's, occasionally there's the dressage, which is horses, and I'm not really into that. I won't really mark that out to watch because I don't really understand it too much. I know that they're controlling the horse and trying to get it to do different things and lift its legs up and look very fancy, all that kind of stuff, but I don't know how it all works, so I don't really watch that. In terms of track and field, obviously 100 meters, 200 meters, because I used to do that at school myself. I'm into that. Maybe a bit of triple jump. Generally, anything that they're showing on track and field, I'll pretty much watch it. Maybe some swimming as well. I know that I'm probably missing swimming at the moment. I think that's one of those events that starts quite early on in the schedule, but also the marathon, and yeah, the 1500, the longer distance, the 5,000 meters as well. Over here in the UK, we have a runner called Mo Farah, and certainly he's one of those that I've watched over the last years because he's just a really nice guy, great personality, and just following the Great Britain or the British athletes in the Olympics is something that I try to do when I can. But I'm not even sure when they're showing the Olympics. I think they might be recording it and showing it during the day here. But because I usually go to bed at about 5:30 and 6 a.m, I might be able to catch some of it live just while I'm doing comments and emails and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'll have to have a look. I'll have a look out for it tonight, maybe. If I can end the live stream on time, it means that it will leave me a little bit of time to do everything, get that all organised, and maybe try and get the TV on in the background and see which events are happening while everybody else is asleep here in the UK, but I will still be awake. But anyway, thank you for that, Lisa, and for that question as well. I'm just going to scroll up because that's another email listing member. What did it just say? A mailing list member. But anyway, thank you for joining that over there. As I said, I don't really send out any emails from the website, but thank you for the support of getting involved on the website as well, the .com site, which I will have a little link to because this is where all my music is, by the way, wingsofpegasus.com. If you want to get to the music, it's /music at the end of that, wingsofpegasus.com/music. But thank you guys for visiting the site over there. And Lucy has donated £4. Again, thank you for that, Lucy. The message is, howdy Phil, fellow wingers and new wingers, spike the likes with a thumbs up. Today, the 24th, is Paul Geary's 60th birthday. Drummer of Extreme, born in Boston, Massachusetts, with some rock horns, a heart and peace, I do believe. It's a little bit hard to see, but I think that's what Lucy does every time. But thank you for that message and for pointing. I mean, it's a bit of a birthday day today, as I mentioned earlier. It is Leanne's birthday in that live chat room, so thank you for that, Lucy, as well, letting us all know about another birthday happening. But everyone say a huge happy birthday. Hopefully you have already, to Leanne in that live chat room. And we are at 177 likes. If you haven't hit that thumbs up yet, it would be much appreciated if you could do that to get us closer to our target of 290. So a big target tonight. Let's have a little scroll up because Richard Tortoro Porco has donated £3 as well. Thank you for that. And I mentioned Richard earlier for the pictures that we're working on. And Richard says, if you can give me the original image, maybe I can avoid making you look like a kung fu master. So thank you for that, Richard. And yes, this is the thing that I'm trying to get my hands on the original image, but the problem is that it's on a computer that overheats really quickly and it's a bit hot here in the UK, so it means that I'm just waiting for the temperature to cool down so that the computer can stay on long enough for me to access the picture, and then hopefully I'll be able to do that. So yeah, it's a bit unlucky for me at the moment that it's on the computer that won't start up, but hopefully I'll be able to get that done tomorrow or when the temperature hopefully falls a little bit. But thank you for that, Richard. And Terry has donated £3.48, so thank you for that, Terry. And the message is, evening Phil, hello Mario, and congratulations Orlando. So thank you for that, Terry, and I think this was to do with the fact that Orlando's team won earlier tonight, or earlier today if it's daytime over in the USA. So thank you for that donation, Terry, and indeed congratulations to Orlando and the New York Yankees, which was the team that he was mentioning earlier. Paul has donated £5 as well. Thank you for this, Paul. And the message is, hi Phil and the Saturday crew. I would like to know what is the difference between a snapback and a dad cap. Also, did you get your haircut for the hot weather? With somebody getting their haircut and some scissors. So thank you for that, Paul. And first question, the caps. I believe the dad cap is one that has like an upside, like an N shape. I was going to say an upside U, but that's an N, so it's got that kind of bridge type shape to it. The other one, which is a snapback, I think, I'm not sure, is just when it's flat like that, and it's just a flat cap. But yeah, I think those are the differences. That the dad cap is the one that's a little bit curved, and I have the dad cap. I just kind of prefer that one. I think it's more like a baseball cap, I guess. Are they both baseball caps? I don't know. I don't watch baseball, so I don't know if they wear the one that's straight, but I have seen them with the one that has the curve to it. And with my haircut, I was due to have my haircut last week, but my hairdresser had to cancel because she had a really bad headache, and it was around that time. It's just ridiculously hot on Wednesday. As I said, it's 33 degrees, so I think she probably suffered with the heat a little bit, so I had to cancel the haircut. So it's now been postponed until this Wednesday coming up, or should I say next Wednesday. Technically, we're not in next week yet, but it'll just be next Wednesday will be the haircut. So thank you for that, Paul. By the time I've had my haircut, it's probably going to get cold again. At the moment, the hair is definitely keeping me warm because it's very warm at the moment. But thank you, Samantha, as well, who has donated £5. And the message is, hi Phil, finally got Patreon to work for me and joined. Love the live streams. Winger chat is the best. So thank you for that, Samantha, for getting involved over on Patreon, and it's great that that's now working. And of course, yes, Winger chat is the best. So everyone say hello to Samantha in that live chat room, and thank you for that donation. I can see that another one has come in as well. I'm just going to scroll up because Karen has donated £3.48, so thank you for that. And the message is, hi Phil, I loved all three poster photos. Would you consider an 8x10 size for autographing? Perhaps the one you said makes you look Chinese could be a parody pic, like Phil after eating too much Chinese takeout. Laugh out loud. Thanks for being you. Cheers, Karen. So thank you for that, Karen. And yeah, I think the Chinese looking one isn't going to be released. I think probably somebody will get a hold of it and say that I'm trying to make fun of Chinese people or something, and that's not what it is. It just so happens it looks that way because of the way that the AI has tried to expand the pixels. So yeah, I don't think it's something that is going to be released. But thank you for the suggestion. With the 8x10 size, it's something that I'm not in control. I'm not making the posters. It's going to be Stephanie who's going to be getting those up on teespring.com or spring.com. And she's going to be keeping that under control. And they're not going to be signed by me because they're going to be coming from the USA if they are ordered in the USA. And they're going to be coming from, I think, Germany if they ordered in the UK or anywhere in Europe. So it's not something that I can sign because I'm not going to be having my hands on them. They're just going to be an option in exactly the same way that the mugs are, the t-shirts are, and the hoodies. I'm not making them myself. They're getting made by the third-party company of Spring.com. So yeah, I'm not sure whether the smaller sizes are possible. But thank you for that idea and for liking the poster ideas as well. Each of those photos that I did upload to patreon.com a couple of nights ago. So thank you for that. I'm just going to scroll up because there has been another email question on my website, so thank you for that. That came in from Dominic. So this is just a little insight into what happens every day. There will be emails that come in that are questions through my website, emails that are coming in regularly that I'm answering questions, trying to keep up with everything, as well as the comments on YouTube, and yeah, emails from people from YouTube as well. So yeah, a lot of messages to keep up with. As you guys can see just on this live stream, we've already had a few people contact me, but I will get into those after the live stream and get into answering those emails. So thank you guys for those. And Amy has donated £10 as well. Thank you for this, Amy. And the message is, hi Phil and Room, remembering Peter Green 1 year since his passing, July 25th, 2020, rest in peace. So thank you for that, Amy. And that is amazing that it's been a year already. That seemed like I was just doing a video like a few months ago. So thank you for that message, Amy, and the donation as well. And yes, just reiterating what a fantastic player Peter was, and you will find him on the channel here somewhere independently. I did mention about that video that I did following the sad news of his passing. You guys can check that out independently if you want to, but thank you, Amy, for that donation and that message. And just scrolling up because Sue has donated £20 as well. Thank you so much for that, Sue. And it is a straight up donation without a message in there, so thank you for that. And I can see that one has literally just popped in, so I will just get into Orlando's donation of £10 and 45 pence. So thank you for that. And the message is, I'm glad you took time out of the last live stream to explain the importance of owning your own art. It took years for Jake E. Lee to get credit for the songs he wrote for Ozzy Osbourne. That is a long story. Spike the likes with lots of thumbs up. So thank you for that, Orlando. And yeah, I think this is something that I do mention. I mean, this was in a video I did a very long time ago where I was looking at Ozzy Osbourne and getting into ownership of songs and Sharon Osbourne, and the fact that Sharon just knew the business side of the industry inside out, and unfortunately the other guys in the band didn't know the industry side of it and the contract side of it. So unfortunately a lot of the work that they did, they never got not only credit for, but they never got any royalties for, which they should have definitely received those from day one if they co-wrote a track. And if it was, this is the other thing, that the amount of tracks that were just credited to Ozzy Osbourne and that's it. And you might have a Jake E. Lee solo in there that is just an amazing guitar solo. And I know for a fact that Ozzy Osbourne didn't pick up the guitar and show Jake how to play that solo. So he didn't write it. So yeah, Jake certainly should have at the very least got a 50-50 split in the royalties, but that didn't happen because of the way that it was run and the way that Sharon put those copyrights through the publishing company, which she set up herself, with Ozzy. So I think when I say that she set that up with Ozzy, it was just Sharon. Ozzy doesn't strike me as the kind of guy that knows the ins and outs of publishing rights and copyrights. She would just sign his name to it and then set up the company and be in control of it all herself. So yeah, she made a lot of money from getting all of the rights from other musicians who would play with Ozzy and write things in the studio that were then credited to Ozzy and therefore credited to her as the owner of that publishing company. But anyway, let's not get too much into that because, as Orlando has alluded to there. It is a whole nother story. It's a very long story, but thank you, Orlando, for that donation. And Michael has donated £4.88. Thank you for that, Mike. And the message is, the greatest Olympic event ever was Olga Korbut, the Russian gymnast in the 1970s. Truly magical. So thank you for that, Mike. And that was a little bit before my time, but certainly in the time of my parents. I do know her name from there. I think I've got an image in my head of what she looked like, just because she was one of those gymnasts who, there are always these little highlight programs that you get, or covering the previous decades of Olympics, and they go through all of the legendary athletes that there have been, and Olga certainly is one of those that's featured. And I guess maybe the gymnastics, I watched that a little bit. It's always impressive to me how the guys just get so well built. I mean, some of the gymnasts are almost like bodybuilders. The amount of training that they do to support their own body weight, and the resistance training, but also just the body weight training in order to hold themselves in the crucifix on the rings. Just ridiculous strength that's involved with being involved in gymnastics. So yeah, some of those guys have got some seriously impressive physiques, and yeah, just really lean as well. This is something you'd never see an overweight gymnast. You can't afford to be holding any extra weight. But anyway, thank you for that, Mike. And I'm just going to scroll up because Patricia has donated £2 as well. Thank you for that, Patricia. And the message is, hi Phil, love the poster pic. Did you hear that Bruce Springsteen's daughter is competing in Tokyo on the US Equestrian team? I'm a fan of UK men's gymnastics, but don't have high hopes. It's a young team this year. Niall Wilson, who medalled in Rio, retired. Have a great weekend. So thank you for that, Patricia. And I really haven't been following the Olympics, and I didn't know that Bruce's daughter is going to be taking part in the equestrian. I did mention that the I'm not sure that I called it equestrian. I think I called it maybe the dressage. I think maybe those are two different events. One is, I think, the equestrian's jumping over bars and getting points, trying to do it really quickly. And the dressage is the one where they're trying to do it in a fancy way, or cover certain parts, looking fancily and trotting and cantering and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, thank you for that, Patricia, for the information. And we are at 217 likes so far. Thank you guys for doing that. Keep on hitting that thumbs up to see if we can get close to the 290 mark that we're aiming for tonight. And maybe we need a few more likes in order for the maths to be a little bit more easily worked out. So 290, and we're at 217. So that means we're looking for another 73. Maybe. My brain is not sure about that. I'm going to hopefully 73 is what I'm hoping there's going to be. Right, 219. So if it was 220, which it is now, that would be 70. So maybe I was right with that maths. We're looking for 70. More thumbs up. We've got about half an hour left of the live stream, so it's always a race against time. If you haven't hit that thumbs up, it would be much appreciated to get ourselves up to the 290 mark in order for us to have another pick roulette next week. We are going to be having one tonight, so stay tuned for that as we approach 1:45 here in the UK in the morning. So let's jump into the requested cover for tonight, and this was requested by Leanne, whose birthday is today as well, as I've mentioned. But this is one of those covers that has been requested a few times, but it's never quite made it in the poll over the votes over the last few weeks. So we're going to be jumping into this. It is my cover of A Design for Life. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll catch you guys after. Rock!
breeze gave us power, then work came and made us free. What price now for a shattered piece of dignity? I wish I had a bottle right here in my dirty face to wear the scars, to show from where I came. We don't talk about love, we only wanna get drunk, and we are not allowed to spend, as we are told that this is the end. Our design for life, our design for life, our design for life, our design for life. I wish I had a bottle right here in my pretty face to wear the scars, to show from where I came. We don't talk about love, we only wanna get drunk, and we are not allowed to spend, as we are told that this is the end. Our design for life, our design for life, our design for life, our design for life. I wish I had a bottle right here in my pretty face to wear the scars, to show from where I came.
And there we have it. That was my version of A Design for Life by Manic Street Preachers, of course. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one, and thank you for requesting that over the last few weeks over on Patreon and answering my requests over there for all of the live streams, because then you give me some videos that I can play rather than having to decide upon them myself. So, hello everybody in that live chat room. Let's have a little jump in there and see who's in the house tonight. Still with us, we have Lucy and Beverly and Carla going through there, Jennifer, Maria and Patty and Lauren, Corey, Deborah in the house, Wang Fuzi, which is Steve, and old Bill over Hill. And Bonnie, Orlando's in there as well, and Renee and Louis as well, Leanne, Tom. Hello guys, thank you for joining me on tonight's live stream. This happens every Saturday night. If this is the first one that you've attended, just say hello, introduce yourself into that live chat room. That's what everybody did when they first started, and we do the same thing on Tuesday nights as well. So if you're available on Tuesday nights, it's going to be the same time, 12 midnight Greenwich Mean Time, and we will have the pick roulette as well on Tuesdays. Whenever we get that target or hit that target like we're trying to do tonight with 290, we have the pick roulette the next week, and we are going to be having one a little bit later on tonight. It's getting pretty close to pick roulette time, I believe, so stay tuned for that. And if you did tune in last week and type I agree and tag Carla Murray, then your name is going to be on that wheel and you can win yourselves a Wings of Pegasus signed pick, or maybe a t-shirt as well. You will see the t-shirts on that particular roulette wheel, and you can buy t-shirts like this from Carla. As I said at the beginning of the live stream, rewind it to the beginning if you're watching this even now, or maybe if you're watching it live, wait till the end, and then when it becomes available on YouTube, rewind back to the beginning, because then you can get Carla's email address in order to order yourselves a Wings of Pegasus bleached t-shirt that I have got on tonight. So there have been a few more donations in the super chat window, so thank you guys for these. And Carl has donated $10. Thank you for that, Carl. And the message is, sold a big print today, so a little extra for Cross the Pond Fund. I'm not giving up until it happens. So thank you for that, Carl, for that donation. And good news about the big print sale today. So well done for that. Congratulations. And Desi has donated $10 as well. Thank you for that. And the message is, how do you think Jimmy Page could play guitar over his head? Thanks, with some rock horns and a heart. So I'm just gonna break the illusion for everybody that playing the guitar behind your head is exactly the same as playing the guitar in front of you. Nothing changes. It's just putting the guitar behind your head, all the shapes, your hand is still in the same position. So it's, yeah, it might be one of those things that looks impressive. Maybe people that don't play the guitar think that it's more difficult or something that only a few people can do. But I think pretty much when you get to a particular level, everyone can put the guitar behind their head and still play through pentatonic shape 1, do your bends, do your picking. It's all pretty much okay. But obviously some people don't feel the need to do that when they perform live. They might not be into the showmanship side of things, so they'll just play it in its normal position. I'm not one of those guys that have put it behind my head, I guess because I know that it's just the same as playing in front of the body, behind the head, that I've never felt the need to do it. Or I think that maybe guitar players, they know that it's just the same, and it's maybe just for people that don't play the guitar that think it's maybe something different. But you never know. There's always a time when you might do it. I do not know. But yeah, in terms of saying how did he do it, it's relatively straightforward to do it as long as you can play the guitar. And I think if you've been playing lead for a decent amount of time, then you will be able to do it. So thank you for that, Desi. And I think it's probably worth rehearsing first before going out and doing it at a show. But I'm sure, yeah, you don't want to have any problems with maybe your guitar lead getting caught if you're not used to putting it behind your head. So yeah, practice it beforehand. But the technique and the mechanics of playing shouldn't be too difficult to do the same when you're playing it behind your head. But thank you for that, Desi. And Orlando has donated $2 as well. Thank you for this, Orlando. And the message is, keep spiking the likes with lots of thumbs up. So great advice there from Orlando. We are at 252 and we're looking for 290. So that's 38 more people we're looking for in that live chat room tonight. If you are in that live chat room, if you could hit that thumbs up, if you haven't yet, that would be much appreciated, because we are trying to get to 290. It is a difficult target tonight. It's definitely getting high up towards the 300 mark. So thank you everyone for hitting that thumbs up so far. We're looking for a few more people to do the same to increase that likeometer, and one has just been added, so thank you for that, whoever that was. So, thank you for the Super Chat donations and the PayPal donations tonight. I know that there has been another one in the PayPal window as well. Let me get the PayPal donations window up on screen so that we can see what is going on in there. And just scrolling up, Deborah has donated £5. Thank you for that, Deborah. And the message is, thanks for Design for Life. So no problem, Deborah. Thank you guys for requesting it over the last few weeks. We did get that in the end. And Erica has donated £25 and 1 pence. Thank you for that, Erica. And the message is, hello to all the wingers and Phil Rock. Also wishing a happy birthday to Deborah, Bastian and Leanne with a guitar, a cake and some rock horns. So thank you for that, Erica. And we have another birthday girl in the live chat room. So everybody say a huge hello and happy birthday to Deborah in there as well. So Deborah and Leanne sharing a birthday. So happy birthday, Deborah and Leanne. I've already mentioned at the beginning, but I hope you guys have a fantastic day and that you get whatever you have asked for. If you've asked for something, it's probably more Christmas that happens, but I guess you can do the same. I mean, you do get gifts for your birthday, so I hope that you get some nice gifts and have a fantastic day. So thank you, Erica, for mentioning that and the donation as well. And there has been another one that's just popped in, so I'm just going to scroll up because Lucy has donated £2 and 50 pence. So thank you for that, Lucy. And the message is, Phil Toon, please. Scene requests in the chat. Thanks, Phil. So thank you for that, Lucy. And if we are going to have a Phil Toon, we're going to have to make it... okay, we're going to have to move things along. I'll try and do my best to speed things up for the rest of the live stream so that we have a little bit of space at the end. We're at 263 likes at the moment, so... we're looking for 27 more people to hit that thumbs up. So still calling out for those in that live chat room to help get us closer to that target. If we do get to the target, then maybe the Phil Toon can help us to have a little bit more time to type I agree in the live chat room after the pick roulette that we're going to have a little bit later on. In fact, it's almost 1 a.m. So we will jump into, first of all, just one picture for tonight, I do believe. So let's get the background up on screen. And I think it's just going to be Joan that we're looking at tonight. So thank you, Joan, for uploading this picture to the Wings of Pegasus supporters group over on Facebook. And you can see that Joan not only has the Wings of Pegasus signed pick for winning the pick roulette, but also has that picture in a frame and with the logo on there, so it's very professionally done. So well done, Joan, with that particular framing of the pig and the picture of some guy, but then also the picture of the guitar as well. So well, congratulations, Joan, for winning in the first place, but also very well done on that very nice display of all of the items in there. So thank you for uploading that picture as well. And if you are interested in uploading pictures of your own merchandise, or if you are lucky enough to win a Wings of Pegasus pick and you want to take a picture of that, then you can upload it to the Wings of Pegasus supporters group over on Facebook. Just type in Wings of Pegasus supporters group in the search bar and you will find it. So you can head over head over there. That is where everybody hangs out between the live streams from that live chat room, which is over there. So you can get joined involved in the conversation over there. So let's get jumped into, if that's even a thing, let's get collectively jumped into the pick roulette for tonight, and hopefully everything's going to work. Fingers crossed. We will see, and I'll see you guys after this. Rock. So let's see if we can get the wheel up on screen, and there it is, right on cue. So there are the t-shirts you can see going through. They've got the hearts next to the wording, so you'll know if we land on one of those. And as always, we're going to shuffle the wheel 5 times to make sure it's all nice and random. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let me have a top tip for tonight. Who's going to win? As you guys know, I'm going to choose Scott as he goes through. Scott is my tip for the win tonight. Let's give the wheel a spin and see who is going to win. Obviously, I've never got it right yet because the chances are very slim of Scott actually winning, but I hope that I haven't put the kiss of death on Scott by saying that he's my tip for the top. I probably have, but let's have a little look at who's going through here. We've got, Leanne's just gone through, and Jill, Laurie, Renee, Kathy, Mimi, and JS Kit 92380. Or is it going to get as far as Christy? It looks like it's going to get to Christy, and there it is. So congratulations, Christy, for winning the Wings of Pegasus signed pick and winning the pick roulette tonight. So if you can let yourself be known in the live chat room to Carla, that would be much appreciated, so that we can get everything organised and Carla can get that sent off to you. So congratulations to Christy and commiserations to everybody else who didn't win tonight. But the good news is that you can join in on Tuesday as well to double your chances of winning when we hit the like goal for Tuesdays. But also, if we hit the goal tonight, you can then enter for next Saturday as well. So again, commiserations, but there's always another chance as long as we hit these like goals that we are aiming for. And let's see where we are. 273 at the moment. So we're 274. So we're looking for 16 more people to hit that thumbs up. Now 15 more people. So we are closing in on it. I'm not sure how long we're going to have left. Okay, right. So what I'm going to do is just address some of the Super Chat donations, because we've had another one in there from Mike, who has donated $5. Thank you for that, Mike. The message is, Glenn Campbell played the William Tell Overture over the top of his head. So thank you for that, Mike. And Orlando has donated $2. Thank you for that, Orlando. The message is, happy birthday, Leanne and Deborah, with a cake and a gift and a balloon. So thank you for that, Orlando. And K McN has donated $9.99 as well. So thank you for that in that super chat window. And let me just pop over to the PayPal window as well, because there has been a little bit of action in there. I'm just going to scroll up because Steve has donated £2. Thank you for that, Steve. And the message is, do you eat KFC or KFC biscuits? The biscuits are just Kentucky scones, raspberry jam, the butter, raspberry jam and the butter maybe. But thank you for that, Steve. And I do eat KFC, but we don't have KFC biscuits here in the UK. We don't have that as an option, so I don't know what they taste like. If they're like scones, then we have scones here, so I don't know how close they are. But yeah, when I have KFC, I generally just have the chicken. I mean, it is a bit of a cheat. I think that if I've worked out previously that day, I kind of use the excuse that I need the protein from the chicken. And when I do have KFC, I'm not taking it. I know that obviously if you take the covering off the chicken, then it's going to be a lot leaner because you don't get the saturated fat with it. But I just kind of bundle it all into one, because I think at some point I do need some kind of level of fat and saturated fat, and that's what I rely on KFC for, just maybe once a week after a training session in order to get a lot of protein on board. And I usually have a side order of the bites as well, which are, I think you get 4 just lumps of chicken. I think it's just chicken breast. So it means that I get an extra piece of chicken and I have the Tower Burger, which is just chicken in a bun with a little bit of lettuce. So yeah, plenty of chicken, and I have the beans as well. The beans in tomato sauce. They have their own kind of sauce, which I really like. So I have the beans as well, which is protein again. So yeah, just a protein overload whenever I have a KFC, but that's why I see it as not too bad, because fortunately I'm quite lean anyway, so the saturated fat isn't something that I struggle with storing too much. Storing on my body, it tends to get burnt off. So it's all good, and I don't have a pudding with it. I know that you can have like I'm not sure what they're called. I know that at McDonald's it's like a McFlurry is what it's called at McDonald's, but in KFC I can't remember what they're called, but it's like ice cream with chocolate in it. I don't have desserts when I have the fast food. Sometimes with McDonald's I have an apple pie, but I don't have like the donuts and the ice cream and all that kind of stuff, because I think there's already enough fat in the chicken as in the covering of the chicken already, so I don't have a pudding with it. So, or a sweet, depends what you call it, but just something sweet at the end of the meal. But anyway, thank you for that, Steve. So the answer to that is we don't have the KFC chicken biscuit thing here, unfortunately, but they do sound nice. And I can see that we've now had Mario, I do believe, popping into that PayPal donations window. So thank you, Mario, for this very kind donation of £150. Another crazy donation from Mario, but much appreciated. The message is, "Hi Phil, need some of your warm weather here in chilly Melbourne." That was almost chilly Milbourne. Brass monkeys here at the moment, and happy birthday to the ladies in the house. Cheers, Mario, with a smiley face. So thank you for that. And it seems like the weather is all mixed up at the moment. So it's cold in Australia and it's really hot here in the UK. Don't ask me why, but yeah, I hope that it does warm up for you over in Australia. But I know that over in Australia, when it gets warm, it gets properly warm, and I'm sure no strangers to 33 degrees over in Australia, but certainly here in the UK, that is getting super hot for us. We're not really used to it. But thank you, Mario, for that donation. And just scrolling up again, because Bob has donated £3.48. So thank you for that, Bob. And the message is, for the cause, and it's my birthday too. So thank you for this, Bob. And what is it the 24th today? I'm just going to double check that, because it is the 25th, but I mean the 24th in the USA, because we've got 3 people's birthdays all on the same day, the 24th of July. So this will have to be one of those dates that we do make a mental note of, that there's so many people with birthdays. So congratulations to all of you for having your birthdays all on the same day, and to Bob as well. Everybody say a huge happy birthday to Bob in that live chat room. So let's jump into, I think probably, and we've hit 293 likes, so we're not going to have time to do a vote because it's already 8 minutes past 1 here. In fact, the cartoons, if anybody can remember one of the cartoons, I'm going to look in the live chat room, and the first person to type the name or refer to a particular cartoon that we have, I'm going to then find it. Well, I say I'm going to find it. I'm probably not going to be able to find it, but I'm going to try my best to find it and click on it, and then we will watch that for the last part of the live stream to give you guys a chance to type I agree. So I'm now looking into the live chat room to see if anybody mentions a cartoon title or refers to a particular cartoon. So I think there might be a little bit of a delay depending on where you are in the world. And I think, just looking down the list, we haven't had any yet, but I think Corey is about to go through saying the library. Oh, followed by Mimi instantly with Guffest. But unfortunately, the library was the first one, and that must have been a fraction of a second in order to get that request in there. But thank you for that. And I'm scrolling down. I always forget that I haven't actually labelled these like well, I have labelled these like an idiot because I've just called them all real life stories, just number 1, number 2, number 3. So I haven't actually mentioned on the title whether it's one or the other. But I think this is going to be okay. So fingers crossed, this is the library gig. It might be. Oh, by the way, thank you, Ken, for that donation in the super chat window for $5 with some smiley faces, a guitar, and smiley faces. So thank you for that. And while this video is playing, everyone type, or if you want to have your name on the pick roulette next week to have a chance of winning the signed pick, then get yourselves in that live chat room. Type I agree and tag Carla in there as well. So let me just type at Carla, and then her name pops up. So I click on it, and then I'm going to type I agree in capital letters, lots of exclamation marks like that. So we're going to see that going through the live chat room soon. So make sure that you... and, oh, I'm just looking into the live chat room. Orlando says, hey, I typed Guffest first. Did I not show? Okay, let's have a little... We're going to have an inquiry into who typed what first. So Lucy typed Guffest. Did I maybe miss one first? Let's have a little scroll up. We've got Ken's. Oh, there were. Oh, look, there's lots of requests for Guffest. Let's have a little look. Which one did I see? It might be. This is the problem with the live chat room. They go through so quickly, and I think they're still moving while we're doing it. But I can't see Orlando in there. I can see Orlando here with a tag of Carla Murray. Let's scroll down. Let's scroll up a little bit just to check that it isn't up there. Okay, this is the live inquiry. We've never done this before. Aha! There's Orlando. He went through saying Guffest, and I believe, was that before the other request? I'm not sure. I can't see if any of it in here. Let me keep on scrolling down. And maybe it was Guffest. So I'm going to check. Well, I've just looked out the library one now, but maybe I'm going to change the cartoon to Guffest. Hopefully, I'm going to just click on a different one, and maybe it's going to be the one that I'm thinking of. Maybe it's not going to work. I don't know. We might have to go. We're going to go with the library one because I can't now find the one that is Guffest. So anyway, I'm going to have to relabel all of these cartoons. There's only 4 of them, but I'm going to have to relabel them in order to try and make sure that I play the right one when I click on it. Yeah, for some reason the Guffest one is not with the other 3. It's disappeared. It's moved somewhere else. Let me see if that's it right at the top here. So I'm just clicked on the video in order to get it to preview so I can see whether it's the right one or not. The only problem with this is if it is Guffest, which it is, it's in the wrong place. So it means we won't be able to see the I agrees being typed in. So let me scroll all the way down. I'm going to try and put this below the live chat room so that we can still see it. I might just freeze for a while it's loading, but hopefully that has worked. Let's scroll down. This is all very exciting for you guys. I do understand. Just watching me watch a screen, trying to organize it. But I think I've now got the right one. So fingers crossed, this is going to be Guffest, and I'll see you guys after. Anyway, at least it's given you time, a little bit more time to type I agree in that live chat room. Tag Carla's name if you want to get your name on that pick roulette for next week. And let's jump into this. Hopefully it's Guffest. Fingers crossed, and I'll see you guys after. Rock.
Holy gosh, guys, you will not believe what I have just managed to secure.
What are you talking about? Can't you see we're right in the middle of watching Jeremy Kyle?
Well, I have just managed to secure us as the headline act in this year's biggest and only festival in Maidenhead. On Monday evening.
Monday evening? Sounds like a very queer time to have the final big act of the festival. Well, I guess it must be a bank holiday for the crowds to be there.
I think we should not check and just assume that is the case. It would be great to play to a festival crowd. I'm starting to feel nervous already.
Well, I can't believe we are going to be on the main stage. This is so awesome.
Well, it can't hurt to get our music out to a larger audience and to play on a large stage. It will be a great experience for us. Hello there, I wonder if you can help me. My band are due to headline the Guff Fest and we can't find the venue. Do you know where it is? We stupidly thought we would be able to follow the crowds, but we must be in the totally wrong vicinity. Any ideas?
Oh yes. This is Guff Fest. Are you Phil Henley?
Heck. Sorry. Yes, I am Phil. I do apologize, but I seem to have missed where it is being held. Where is the crowd and where is the main stage?
The main stage, or stage 1, is located over in that direction. Stages 2 and 3 are in the opposite direction, with the acoustic stage just in front of the toilets.
Okay, great, thanks. So where do we unload to get to the main stage? Is the space on stage to have our equipment ready while the previous band are playing? And also, how far away is the field and stage, as I can't hear the crowds and I assume it must be a long walk from here?
Note, the main stage is behind you. If you look on the floor, there is some gaffer tape on the floor running diagonally across the corner of the room with main stage written on it.
Ha! For a second there I thought you said there wasn't actually a stage and that it was just a floor divided into 2 sections depicted by gaffer tape.
That is exactly what I said.
Oh, I seem to have been misled by the use of the term festival. This is in fact just a room with gaffer tape on the floor in 3 corners of the room depicting stages 1, 2 and 3. It also seems to get to the toilets you have to walk directly through the acoustic stage while the person is performing, not to mention of course the unique aroma that is being generated from behind the stage.
This is the way we set it up every year and it's always worked very well.
How many people do you get on average a year coming to this pub? Sorry, festival.
We tend not to count in numbers as I find them misleading. I hate figures.
Great. Well, I shall take that answer as attendance is minimal. Well, we have 10 friends and family coming down at least, thank ruddy heck.
Do they realize it is £6 to get in on the door?
Holy guff. Are you yanking my crank? How can you justify that entry fee? That means you will be making at least £60 from us alone, and that is before any beverage purchase being taken into account. How much are we getting paid for this gig? Sorry, festival.
We don't pay the bands, not even petrol money, because we are totally out of order.
Well, to be fair, that seems to be common practice these days.
Yes, and also the bands that we book to play are not checked beforehand, so they could be the worst band we've ever heard.
Well, again, at least you are following the common guidelines. So shall we set up now while there is nobody around? Haha. That was a joke.
Okay. Also, we might ask you to turn yourselves down somehow, as some people prefer to watch the television, which we leave on during performances.
Fantastic. Well, do we at least get any free drinks or food? We will be here for 6 hours in total after all.
We will allow you free tap water all evening.
That's absolutely fantastic. For some reason water is something I feel like I need to stay alive, so having it from a tap for free seems like a great offer. Thank you so much.
Think nothing of it.
Oh, I will. Right, I had better get back to the van and tell the guys the good news about the extortionate ticket price, not getting paid, no stage, and no crowd. Thank you for this opportunity and this great festival. Before I leave, I must inform you this has now become the worst day of my life. Bye.
One last thing, while we were talking I could see your car was getting a parking ticket.
That's brilliant. Bye.
And there we have it. That was my real life story, Guffest, and as requested in that live chat room, I think the jury is still out as to whether Orlando was first or whether Corey was first. Was it Corey that requested the other one, the library gig? But anyway, that's the one that we looked at. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. This is going to be now wrapping things up. It's 1:20 here in the morning, so it really is the very last call for the I agrees in that live chat room, because if you haven't typed it so far, then you probably will just miss the boat on the pick roulette for next week. But thank you guys for typing that if you did. Also for hitting that thumbs up. We're at 303 likes, which is amazing. If you're watching this in the future on catch up, you can still hit that thumbs up because it helps the channel to get out there on the whole, but also for these live streams to get out there a little bit more, and just really do help the channel to grow. So thank you guys for all of that. So just a final look into the live chat room to see who is still in there. We have Myra and Billy and Mikey Mike and Renee and Terry and Corey as well. And Corey says, I was first, but never mind. So thank you for that, Corey. And maybe the next time we can watch the library gig. Thank you, Constantia as well. Lisa, Louis, Kev. It's going through too fast. Sue, Shodiki, Francis, Jennifer. Thank you for joining me tonight, guys, all of you. And a huge happy birthday to all of you guys whose birthdays it was, and we had Leanne, Bob and Deborah, so congratulations. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. And Orlando's just thrown in a donation right at the end. Thank you for that, of $5, and the message is, holy guff, we have reached the end, bye all, with a wave. So thank you for that, Orlando. And just finally as well, to mention what I mentioned at the beginning, if you want to get your hands on a t-shirt, you can email Carla, and she did put her email address in the live chat room earlier, so look out for that. So I'm going to be making another video tomorrow night, another analysis video, and then Tuesday night we're live streaming again, same time, same place, 12 midnight Greenwich Mean Time. Check your time zones to see when that is wherever you are, and you can join me then to have another chance of getting yourselves on the pick roulette wheel and another chance to win the signed pick. So hopefully I'll see you guys then. Another video comes out on Wednesday and then another one on Friday, so just much of the same, pushing forward. And then next Sunday, not tomorrow but a week afterwards, we have another episode of Under the Spotlight, so look out for that one. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. Stay safe and get your vaccines if you can do. If your government are telling you to do things like wear masks, then just do all you can to stay as safe as possible. And I will catch you guys at the video tomorrow night in the comments section of that one, and I'll see you live again on Tuesday night. So have a great rest of the weekend, and I'll catch you guys at the next one. Rock!